Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and a very pleasant night here, my pack, and welcome back once more to VEGA Conflict, and it's time to show off what the stingers can do to the one target that I mentioned. But before I do, I just want to bring up these. As I cut myself off in the last video, you can check out the modifications that we can't buy via the store, at least not yet, over here. So let's take a look at each one, starting with the Stinger, since we started farming with it in the first place. First off, assault damage, so it does more damage against assault vessels. Well, it itself is the Interceptor. Then you have the other one, Evasive Maneuvers, just increases strafe speed by 25%. Then we have the Pestilence Offensive Warden, increases damage against interceptors by 25%, and increases overcharge duration. Makes sense due to the weapon it got. And finally we have Long Strike, increases rotation speed by 25%, and gives it stasis resistance of 10%. That seems redundant, as well as the rotation, because I didn't have issues with it rotating. I had issues with the minimum range and the weapon arcs. Against large groups of enemies, it's not too bad, but if you're trying to focus fire certain enemies out, well, you're going to have one firing arc that's pretty much useless per vessel, which kind of sucks. But no more jibber-jabbering. Let's get on to showing you that you can use these three ships with this basic fitting to more or less farm the VEGA targets. Okay, first off, AI off, and more or less gather up your other two vessels on the middle one. Target that one, move to the outside of this one, and when this one starts to come within firing range, strafe in the same direction it's going. You want all of them to be going this way. As for people that are on mobile, I, once again, do not know how you can strafe. But just try and keep the entire fleet going in the same direction to begin with, and slowly pick off the vessels like this. I'm paying a little bit too much attention to what I'm doing over there. Your entire point is to try and separate out the fleet so you give yourself more time per vessel to take them apart. And it more or less equals a lower repair time. Focus on the long strikes if possible, and yes, I'm making a lot of mistakes while I'm recording. I'm trying to talk more than I'm trying to focus. Because you can normally separate the entire fleet. Actually, I'll just show you after this. I'll just hit another one. So I clearly made the mistake of trying to talk too much. I should have just shut my mouth and got the fight done with. Okay, let's check the repair time so we can compare it to the next repair time. Okay, just under 30 minutes. This time I'm going to keep my mouth shut and actually focus up.
Locking coordinates. Copy that. Target acquired. We're moving. Let's move. We're moving. Let's move. Set a course. We're moving. Copy that. We're moving. Copy that. We're moving. On that way. On that way.
there you go. For only around 18 minutes repair time, not bad. You can definitely cut it a little bit shorter, because if you actually do the exact same thing I did there at the end, towards the beginning set of destroyers, well, the long strikes, you can more or less get within their firing arc too and just farm them. And I think the lowest I got was 18 minutes, but I think you can get 15 minutes and some odd seconds. But that's going to be it. Now you know you can take a look at the upcoming modifications via the marketplace, which you can also find over here via the featured menu. At least until the event closes in, I don't even know how many hours until will be left by the time I upload this portion of the video. But yeah, that's all there is to it. With all of that said and all of that done, let's get you all on your way once again. So, be safe out there, happy hunting, and as always, I'll see you later.